Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly meeting of the Phrancko Sweater Knitters. And we welcome you to join us whenever you like, as long as it's 2:30 on Saturday Pacific time. That's the time we're here. The link is found on phrancko.com, Phrancko. Don't forget the C, phrancko.com. You join the website for free, and then at the top of most of the pages, there is a link to this meeting. So come join us, and we'd love to have and see what you're working on and talk about knitting and any of the dozens of other subjects that just happen to come up. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Hi, Ron.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Wally.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Sidra.
Hi, Frank. So
How's everyone doing?
It's usually a
Good.
longer introduction.
Yeah.
I fooled you.
Yeah.
Did everyone have a nice Thanksgiving?
Did.
I did.
Good.
Gathering of the family.
Yeah. We had to mask the whole month of November so we can go to my daughter's because she hasn't allowed us into her house. So we got to go to her house unmasked. And we had a vegan Thanksgiving.
Well, what did you have?
We started off with tomato soup, and then we had seitan, breaded seitan.
Okay.
And, some vegetables, and I made sweet potatoes and a potato knish.
Mm.
So
Lots of vegetables.
so.
Ah!
But it was good. I enjoyed it.
All right.
I love
Was
it.
everyone there a vegetarian?
It was just my daughter and her family, and then my husband and myself. So they're vegans, and
I
we're
see.
not. So
I was asking because I changed over to one about 3 months ago. So
okay.
I had baked sweet potatoes, and I had vegetables, and I made a vegan mushroom gravy. So
Yeah.
which we pour all over everything, which is very good, really. Strangely enough, it has no oil or anything in it, and you don't miss it. So
Right.
use a lot of tamarind, that's for sure. So
I don't know what they use.
it's like soy sauce, but it's low sodium.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
And then last Friday, I was going to be on the call on Saturday last week. But last Friday, we decided to total my car.
Oh no.
oh wow.
oh no.
Are you all right?
Yeah, we're all right. Yeah, I was coming out of a driveway. It's a dark road, and I didn't see the truck that was coming, and he didn't see me coming out of the driveway, and bang, my car totaled.
Ouch.
His was it was his mom's brand new truck, didn't have license plates on it yet,
Hey,
and a 16-year-old driver. So
Ah.
he might have been speeding.
Mm.
It's a country road, or sort of country
Yeah.
road. So I'm guessing he was speeding, but it was still my fault. So we ended up buying a new car on Monday.
Yeah.
And he wasn't hurt. You weren't hurt.
Nobody was hurt. Yeah.
No,
That's amazing.
that's good.
But my poor car was totaled.
Yeah.
Well, you can get another car.
Yeah, we did.
You don't get another life,
No.
That's right.
at least not that we know of, for sure.
Yeah, that happened a few weeks ago with our friends. They went down to Florida, and they had to get off of I-95 because there was an accident. And he went down the road to turn over into A1A, and some kid destroyed the whole back of the car.
Oh my gosh.
Went right through the red light. So, but they didn't get hurt either. So they just got a new car down there. So no one wants to drive slow anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think they just invented car accidents.
No, but it seems to be getting worse.
Well,
You know,
more people surviving. Safety.
Yeah, they drive faster, they don't blink, they don't use their turn signals, they cut in front of you. So,
Well, what, did you get your new car already?
Yeah,
I got mine,
Right
yeah.
on.
yeah.
Tell us all about it. Did you knit it yourself?
So the last two, we've had two Elantras, Hyundai Elantras.
All
and
right.
Both of them have been totaled.
Oh, wow.
My husband was driving the first one, and that car lasted like about a year and a half before it got totaled. And then this one has been like 5-6 years, which I totaled it. And so we're going, maybe we shouldn't get another Elantra or another blue car or whatever. We still got another blue Elantra.
Third time the
Oh.
charm.
Was his accident also coming out of your driveway?
No, it wasn't out of my driveway. We had gone square dancing, and
Oh.
the dance had ended. And so we were coming out from the hall that we had
Wow.
been at. So that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Or the
Yeah.
Elantra in this case.
Hmm. I had one many years ago when they first opened up the Elantras. That was two-door one, which was nice. I had 150,000 miles before the electric transmission went on it. So I was pretty lucky with that.
Other than accidents, it's a good car.
Yeah.
What was your Thanksgiving like, Frank?
Went to have dinner, afternoon dinner at my daughter's house with her husband, her daughter, and my ex-wife and my husband. And we had a nice visit. My other daughter and her husband. Oh my, do you hear all that noise coming in the window?
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
garbly sound.
Traffic noise. Somebody is enjoying having their motorcycle revving up or something. My other daughter is visiting her in-laws, and they all took a trip to Costa Rica.
Oh, wow.
If that keeps
I
happening,
guess
I'm
they had lots of
close that window.
seafood.
What's
Yeah. I guess they had lots of seafood.
that? Probably.
Seeing what's going on, trying to eavesdrop on my own store. I'm taking a break so I can stop dissociating because of customer service. There's only so much I can smile and nod before I feel like my face is going to come off.
You don't have to smile anymore now.
No.
Or at least I can do so genuinely. As opposed to, yes.
Well, I posted that video this week. I don't know if any of you saw it, but
I got it, and thank you. Now I understand.
oh, good.
Cindy directed me to the link, and so I was able to do it.
Wonderful.
It was a great video. It's like, wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
List.
Well, for those of you who don't know, who might be watching this later, the video was how to start a new strand of yarn. And it's a different way than I'd ever known before. It was presented by, what's her name? Elizabeth Abrahams.
Hmm.
Is that the right name? I think so. Elizabeth Abrahams. And Sumner had mentioned it in this meeting. And that is how we all learned of it. And So I decided to make a video showing it, even though she had already made a wonderful video showing it. Her video was talking about how to start a new color in Intarsia. And Sumner applied that to just anytime you want to start a new strand of yarn. And so it had a little bit different meaning. And I've used it several times in this sweater that I'm knitting now. And it's just a great way to start a new strand of yarn. There's no sloppy stitches left, like when you just start, when you just pick up yarn and keep working. There's no double stitches where I used to do, where I would do a double stitch with the old yarn and the new yarn once or twice, and then continue knitting with the new yarn. So I really like the technique that the video talks about. My YouTube channel is Knitting by Phrancko, but if you're watching this video later, you know that because that's where this is showing.
Well, all right.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Frank. I finally made it.
Well, we're glad that you're able to join us.
Oh, good. Now I can come back to the meeting.
Oh, good, good. Well, you're back just in time because I'm here too. And I just picked up the mail. Thank you, Ron. The Fiber King. It is beautiful and so soft. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Cindy placed an order at the shop. And I had a new yarn that I had just made a sample of. There's her yarn.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
And
that's nice.
The yarn that she was just holding up there, that is a ball of is a New Jersey long yarn called Artisano. And I sent it along in Cindy's package so she could give me some feedback about it, because it's made of a breed specific wool. It is made of Corriedale wool, and it's a blend. And I know that's one of the more popular yarns for spinners. And I know that she has a spinning background, and I know she's an excellent knitter. And so, and modest, terribly modest as well.
Oh, yes. Just
so
terribly.
I sent it along so I could get some of her perspective on it.
Yeah, well, I just tore open the package like about 5 minutes ago, but it is super soft and it's beautiful. It's got little like flecks in it and the colors. It's just lovely. And Ron said that it is the Corriedale. Corriedale is one of the first fibers that I ever learned to spin, like 35 years ago, maybe closer to 40.
Oh, wow.
And why is that a particularly good one to spin?
It's soft like merino in a similar way. It has a lovely crimp, but it's a very, very small, a little bit longer staple than merino. Merino, when you're starting to learn to spin, can be hard because it's so short. It can be really slippery and it's harder, even though it's very, very soft, but the fiber itself is very, very short, just a couple inches. And the Corriedale is a little bit longer, but it has, as you can see how squishy it is. It really has a lovely crimp and squish. And so it's one that with the crimp, it grabs nicely. It does, I don't mean that it felts or anything, but it grabs so that it does a twist. You can see how nice the twist is there on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it does nice to a twist. And then this one, it has little bits of, looks like little bits of tweed stuff in it. Oh, I'm holding it so that I can see it, not so you can see it. I have to hold it up so you can see it. Oh gosh, I would not make a YouTube person. Anyway, but it's really, really nice. And Ron, you in the note you said that it has like some alpaca in it too, and a little bit of silk, right?
Yeah, and I think that's like
it's just really, really nice. I think it's going to be great to knit with.
If you get a chance to swatch it, I'd love to hear about it. If you want to sit and look at it, that's also fine. I don't need to assign.
I'll just kind of like hold it like this. It is. It's really lovely. It's really.
I thought you would have some insights about it. So I was
what weight is it?
Oh, that was something interesting about it. It is listed from the manufacturer, like from the distributor, as being a 3/4,
Oh,
which is
But
unusual.
yeah, but see this, the other one that I'm showing here, that one is the Happiness Yarn Snob, and that's a worsted.
Oh,
really?
wow.
Yeah, but you also see it's like this one doesn't have as much squish.
Twist.
This one
Yeah.
has a lot of squish.
So I
Mm.
imagine it could be comfortably knit either as a straight up DK or the crimp and the wooliness of it
Mhm.
higher. I don't know. I've just knit my shop swatch from it. So I've knit it with it a little bit and I liked my experience, but
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try it. It's a good color for me too. See,
Yes.
goes with my hair, goes with my eyes.
what color would
Perfect,
Cindy
perfect.
enjoy as I was looking up. But it's just so I appreciate if you take a look at that for me,
Yes, I
not
will.
just
I
sending
will.
you
Thank you
homework.
thank you for sending it. That's great. And then the other piece that I had ordered, that's the Malabrigio Rios, because for the sweater that I'm knitting, the kimono um, garter stitch sweater, I finished the back, and then these are the two fronts. And I'm going to have enough to do the fronts, and I think probably the button band, but I'm not going to have enough for the sleeves. So that was what I ordered this for, to do the sleeves with this. And I think it'll go perfect.
It is. It looks great.
So maybe if I hurry, it will get done for my Christmas sweater.
Hey. Well, I'm glad that came today. That was just right on time. I wasn't sure.
Yes, that was perfect. Thank you. Chris, we pulled it out of the mailbox, and we do have a locking mailbox, and we go to get it out, and Jerry's like, how the heck did they even get this in here? Because the mail slot is like so skinny, but they got it in, so
Wow.
we got it out.
That's why I didn't go into the porcelain teacups business.
Yeah.
So is everybody keeping warm? We're freezing here.
We
We
were
were this
talking about that a
morning.
little bit earlier.
Maybe you were in the upper 20s.
Oh yeah, we were at 30 this morning, and
Yeah.
it's still, I don't know, like maybe 34, 35.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at 49 now.
Oh no, we're not there.
It was 34 when I woke up this morning at 6:45.
But was that 34 Celsius or
No, oh God, no, that would be a big problem. It does get to be 34 Celsius at 7 in the morning here.
you said that
It's like
before
August.
sometimes. So
No, it was
crazy.
just over freezing when I
Oh
woke up.
wow.
Now it's in the mid 60s.
Yeah, no, we've got freezing, and there's still frost on the grass and everything out there right now.
Well, it's the usual 61 degrees in San Francisco.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, we were speaking to everybody on Thanksgiving in Florida, and they were saying, "Oh, it's only 72 here." Right.
Only 72.
Yeah. Right.
What's the temperature there, Wally?
It's right now. It's 38.
Ugh.
So it's gone down. That's what it was, Joe. About 48 today. Something like that. Yeah, about 40, 48. And then it went down. So.
The temperature.
4, 5, 6.
Currently in Laverne, it's 67 degrees.
Ah, there you go.
67. Well, just
7.
perfect. Just
Yeah.
perfect, Mary.
I love my little echo. In everything.
Violins.
Oh, yeah, I guess it was.
So what's everybody knitting?
I have my,
Oh, yay. Yes, you made a lot of progress.
not really.
Oh, well, you were only not very far past the arms, I thought, last week.
So
Hmm.
Oh, you
And I like
completed
the
body.
different color on the ribbing.
yeah, it felt like it was taking forever. And it was. It was. I'd get a row in, 2 rows, and I'm done.
Yes, been there, done that.
So I'm now working on the sleeve.
Oh,
That's
very
supposed to
good.
be the meditative part of knitting a
Yeah.
sweater.
The sleeve or the ribbing?
You were saying the ribbing took forever. I meant the
did.
body. The body, because it's just knit, 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 knit.
Yeah, the body was easy. You know, and I don't have to do any adjustments, so I'm real happy with that.
Uh,
So
Well, I have a knitting question.
oh,
On Thanksgiving, we were over at one of the kids, and they had some friends, guests, a young couple, and the woman wants to learn to knit. And everybody had told her that I knit. So it's like, what's a good first project for somebody that has had no experience whatsoever with knitting and that wants to, but she's an adult, it's not a little kid.
a scarf, just
A
practice.
scarf?
Practice.
Scarves, pot holders,
wash
Okay.
rag.
yeah, wash rags.
A wash, I remember doing the wash rags. The wash rags, though, you have to do an increase and then a decrease, but
Right,
maybe
Yeah.
a scarf.
yeah,
Why can't you just do a square for a wash rag?
yeah.
We could do that too. We could do that too.
You could
And
even
I
do it
actually have
all
some
garter
cotton.
stitch
Yeah,
with
yeah.
cotton yarn. It'd be a
Yeah.
nice wash rag.
Yeah,
Mm.
I've got some cotton like
Yeah.
that. She could do
Dish
that.
mats.
get antsy to start and stop, and they want to like rip everything out right away if they have even the slightest perfectionist streak I found. So when I've got my knitting students, and we just make swatches out of
Okay.
non-wash wool. We just make swatches, and then if they want to make those into something, they go into the washer, into the dryer, and they come out felt coasters.
Oh, that's a good idea
Ah.
too. That's a very
Yeah.
good idea.
If they're still lumpy, you can trim them. So if they feel like they need to be making something,
Yeah, I think she was thinking that, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I said, what would you like to make? And she said, oh, a sweater. And it's like, oh no, we're not going to do that first.
we'll get you there.
You have to learn.
That's not
how
the
to
first
knit.
project.
Well, see, the thing is, she's been over at Katie's, so she's seen them all wear all the sweaters that I've knit. So there's like about 9 or 10 adult sweaters that she's seen this year, and so she's like, how hard can it be? And it's like, it's a little hard.
Actually,
No, it's not. It's easy.
She can do it, but it's not your first project.
It's not your first project.
No,
actually, Cindy and all, my very good friend whose mother knitted beautifully, but mother and daughter could never knit together very well. But the daughter, my friend, her first project was the kimono.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, and that is because it's just it is just
It's all
garter
knit.
stitch,
Yeah, it's
and it's
garter.
And it's just
rectangles.
rectangles.
Yeah. So she could do that if she wanted to too. We'll have her do swatches first, and then maybe
Yeah.
if she wants, she can make coasters for
Yeah.
Christmas. That's actually a doable. Make 4 coasters for Christmas.
Yeah,
It's also how you subliminally get people to learn to stop worrying and learn to love the swatch.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, and that's so key to getting anything to fit. If you don't, it's kind of like, oh, let's just gamble. How many times do I want to rip the whole sweater out or
Mm.
give it away to someone because it's too big or too little?
Well, the ball tells you to use a size 6, and it's going to be 4 stitches per inch.
Halloween
Don't
is
you believe
over.
Okay, I was just being facetious. It never works that way.
They say you swatch either way. You can either do a 6-inch square or an entire sweater size swatch, but Either way, you're welcome.
Yes, either one is a swatch if you haven't done it before.
I've got my pickup put down project today for it's Small Business Saturday. So we've had a lot of people in and out. So I've got
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty.
nice.
it was an art bout of yarn or fiber that I spun up. And I've had this thing in my purse for a long time. I'll pick it up and knit a few rows as I wait for like a doctor's appointment or whatever. This is my carry around project. So that's what I've been working on today in between serving customers.
Well, it's a cylinder, but what is it for?
You know, I don't know. So I just started doing a line of decreases. So I think it's gonna be like a little, I don't know, nightcap,
A nightcap.
elf hat or something, a big pointy cap.
Ah,
So it was it was a beanie, and then it turned into a slouchy beanie, and I was like, well, I'm just getting to the best colors.
oh,
That's good. That's
nice.
good. Okay,
Oh.
so it's going to have like a tail thing that can come down on
And I'll
your
put
shoulder.
just like a big aggressive
Pom-pom.
pom on the end.
Mhm, mhm.
That's cute.
I'll go places around town and demand they take
It's your colors, Ron. It's your colors.
Very subdued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. They're on to me.
Oh,
Aw.
oh, hi there.
Hello, little one. Hello, little one.
Ah,
Hey, cutie.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just people having a good time shopping.
Oh, I hate that.
oh, I hate that.
Okay, now it's me and Ziggy. So yeah, just I don't know. I'm doodling.
Well, I've made some progress on my yoked sweater. Might as well show that, though you can't really see much because it's just, oh, look at that. It
It
disappeared.
Oh, wow.
disappears. It disappears.
Why
Oh,
is it
that's
disappearing?
weird.
The invisible
Oh,
Oh,
there
layer.
we go.
there we can see it. There we can see it.
There
Oh,
we
I
go.
like the
Oh, how
colors that you
nice.
chose.
Nice.
I like that.
Yep.
And I started one sleeve and then I started
Mhm.
the other sleeve.
Mhm.
And that's so at this point, I could try it on and make sure it's working again. But I'm pretty confident, and I haven't tried it on since I did the yoke. So I think I mean, it's going to be the sweater I publish, and it works. So I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Mm.
It's interesting how it does have that yoke, but yet it also has your fitting through the shoulders.
That's right.
That's the different, the lovely Phrancko improvement.
I actually can show that if you.
Oh yeah,
it's still not.
Oh,
it's still kind
There.
of disappearing partly. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
looks like
you
a
can see.
seam here,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a seam. It's the increases that make this the set-in sleeve
In sleeve.
shape.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
all
that's
right.
great. That's good.
how nice.
Nice.
And I decided to investigate your suggestion, Ron. I'd never paid any attention to ladder back jacquard knitting. And so I actually, when I posted this morning, I posted last week's meeting and I put a link to that you had put in chat. I put a link to Suzanne Bryan's video on jacquard, ladder back jacquard knitting. And you had said that is better than trapping yarns and kind of solves the problem that I had with the stranded knitting work. So I had moved on from that, and that's why this is not stranded knitting, it's helical knitting. But I did decide that there was going to be I was going to try making a swatch using jacquard, and I did, and I can see where it would solve all of those problems.
It's sort
And
of
I think maybe I one day I will do a pattern and do that and teach that as I do
your
it.
if your pattern doesn't quite work with like not small enough for standard carrying floats like stranded knitting, but not quite ready to commit to intarsia. It's in that like in between kind of
Yes.
eat so much. Ladderback jacquard is usually your answer. Like it just behaves very well.
Yeah, it would be really confusing to do it with intarsia. The pattern I selected, there'd be like a dozen little dangly threads going all the way around the yoke.
Did you say you swatched a jacquard piece?
I only got 4 rows into it, but I could tell it was working well.
Not ready to share.
Not ready to share yet. Next week.
Wasn't that look or that technique originally weaving?
Jacquard,
Yeah.
as
I thought it
a
was.
general term for weaving, a jacquard fabric is one where the pattern is made by using multiple colored threads.
Oh, okay.
A jacquard loom can use multiple colored threads. So everything from like plaids to more complex woven like tapestry are jacquard styles. So by extension, the jacquard equivalent in knitting would be anything that we call color work, where the pattern is made by different colors of yarn. So
because I know sometimes you can buy like table linens, like a tablecloth or napkins or whatever, and they say that they're a jacquard pattern, and it's 2 different colors, at least.
the original technological advancement was a loom that could weave 2 colors, 2 different threads at the same time. That was a jacquard.
Okay.
Thank you to the history of costuming class I took once in 1997. I never forget anything, especially a grudge. Thinking, what are you doing back there? He's building a nest. Yeah, so when weaving machines that could make 2 color designs like that use the ladderback method, it came from machine knitting into hand knitting. It's one of those things like tuck stitches.
Which one started? Yeah.
And the ladderback jacquard technique you could make on plates for double knitting, but then it migrated over to hand knitting, as I understand it.
Did we eat too much pie or something this weekend? We're very quiet.
It's also that we are a lower number today.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are experiencing their Thanksgiving vacation weekend and are away.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Black Friday and whatever Saturday they're doing, everybody's out shopping probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all week long, everybody's at the stores buying everything and anything, and they had enough food for a year. And Saturday morning, everybody's out there shopping again.
Right.
What did they do with all that food?
Ate it.
Yeah, it's like, God.
Well, we've eaten pumpkin pie 4 days in a row now.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that. I mean, you get enough whipped cream on it, it's delicious.
Yeah.
We started Wednesday night, Jerry and I. It's like, well, we're going to have pumpkin pie tomorrow, but do you want some tonight? Oh, yeah, let's have some tonight. And so we did it. And Friday morning, we got up and it's like, I don't want to fix a regular breakfast. I just want pumpkin pie. And I never do that, but I did. It was very good. It was very good.
We've been getting a pumpkin pie at Costco every week since September.
Those
So
are so good. Their pies
so
are
good.
delicious.
Yeah.
They're so
They're
big though.
huge though. They're
They're
huge. They're
huge, yeah.
Yes.
They
yes.
used to
Look
have
at the size of me.
yes.
Yeah.
Down in Delaware, they used to make apple pie, and the things were like 16 inches round. They were huge.
At the Sam's Club, they have a sweet potato pie that size, and I love
Ah.
sweet potato pie.
Mhm.
Yeah, our Thanksgiving dinner was potluck. Everybody brought things, and so I don't cook, so I went to the store and bought a cherry pie and an apple pie.
Mm.
And my granddaughter made a chocolate cake. So
There you
everybody
go.
ate chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And then they said, okay, you brought the pie, you can take it back home. So we have done nothing but eat pie ever since.
I made
With whipped cream, of course.
I found my sister's crab dip that they all wanted, so I had to make the crab dip. And I make zucchini bread, and then I make homemade chocolates for the host that's there because he loves chocolate. So that's what I brought.
How do you make the chocolate?
You get you just get like the semi-sweet chocolates and you melt it in a double boiler, and when it gets liquidy enough, you pour it in the molds and put it in the refrigerator for 10 minutes, and it's done.
Oh, I can even do that, Wally.
Yes, it's easy.
I think I could do that.
Yeah, I got all kinds of molds and stuff. I chop up nuts and raisins, and I put that in there. I made an apple pie, and instead of using sugar, we used parade dates for the sweetness, and it came out just as well. I was very surprised. So
I had done some little chocolates that it's dates that you puree together. I do it in like a little food processor thing.
Yeah.
And almonds and almond butter.
Yeah.
And then you roll them in little balls and stick that in the freezer for just a little bit. And then you roll it in chocolate. Just melted chocolate.
Everything's good in chocolate.
Oh gosh, it's delicious.
Well, like I said, my sister we found 14 loose leaf books with nothing but recipes in it. She cut them out for years. I did not know that. It's like unbelievable.
So tell me about your crab dip recipe, because we have some crab in the freezer.
The first crab dip I made was, the traditional one with celery and onions, and then you put the crab in and the mayonnaise. And I brought it, and they said, it's nice, but it's not Junan's. So I said, all right. So I was looking through stuff, and I found an old old ladies, all the women that make thing. And here she had a written out one, June's crab meat. He said, okay. So it was made with cream of mushroom soup, a package of cream cheese, and you heat that up and you whip it together. And then you add 2 packages of unflavored gelatin and a 1/4 cup of water. You eat a 1/2 cup of onions, celery, and 4 cans of drained crab meat. Okay. And then you put it in the refrigerator. And I brought it Thursday, and they said, "Yep, that's the one." And they ate the whole thing.
Good. That sounds really good. Actually,
I was looking at them saying, "Cream of mushroom soup." I couldn't get.
Oh, but it would be good with the cream cheese, and then the gelatin is going to make it all hold together.
So I said, you know what? That would be great if you put it in stuffed crabs and baked it in the oven with cheese on top of it. So.
Well, you're reminding me that back in the 60s, when I was first learning to cook, we used cream of mushroom soup for lots of things. It was a very common filler for casseroles of all types.
Well, really all it is it's mushrooms and onions, or mushrooms and shallots.
Yeah.
A little tiny bit of garlic. And then it's like a white sauce that you're doing with, some sort of fat, and a lot of times butter, a little bit of flour for thickening, or You can do cornstarch or arrowroot powder or whatever if you're
Mhm.
trying to be gluten-free. And then milk. And it just makes that thick white sauce. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's easy. So yeah, it goes with a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the little cans of cream of celery soup left around just in case someone is making someone's like grandmother's recipe for something.
Mm.
Anyone has ever eaten a can of cream of celery soup in the last 50 years? I think it all goes into casseroles.
Yeah.
I didn't make anything. I reheated some beef soup in a Dutch oven, and that's what we had.
Ah.
Uh-uh.
But all of my family is out for one thing or another. So I was just like, all right, I'm going to bed until this time tomorrow. I will wake up briefly to reheat soup, and then I'll see you on Friday.
I did roasted beets with balsamic vinegar.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. The
It
golden ones or
was
the red
really-
ones?
I did a mix of the golden, the
Mm.
Chayoga, which are the ones with the rings, and the
Yeah.
red ones. So it was some
Mm.
of all of them. Oh, it was really good.
They have this diner here in Cutchogue that everybody orders the turnips from this man. I don't know what he does with them, but everybody buys them. You know, so I'm assuming that he mashes them and he puts brown sugar in them because they're absolutely delicious.
I've never had turnips with sugar. I've had them with butter, and I
Yep, he puts
love
butter
turnips.
and brown sugar in them, I
I
think.
do butter,
so.
but I've never had brown sugar. Huh? I've
Mm.
never had them sweet. Had turnips be sweet. But I like turnips a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I like all vegetables.
Mhm.
I even like okra for some reason. And
Oh
it's
no,
not
I like
fried.
okra too. You don't like it fried?
Look at Ron shaking his head.
No, this
Oh,
is
no.
me. I love okra. Mm.
No,
Well,
I
it
do love
really
okra.
depends on how it's cooked.
At
The
that,
way
yeah.
my mother cooked it, it accentuated every flaw that okra has. It would
the
be-
slimy
No.
thing.
It was slimy
Yep.
and also prickly and
Yeah.
stringy. It had
Oh.
it was just
Oh,
horrible.
I'm blushing.
Well, one is you don't get okra that's way too big because then
Yeah.
it is going to be stringy. You have the little small spears and you cut it in little rounds and you immediately do cornmeal on it.
Yep.
And then you just fry it a little bit. It is
Fried okra
delicious.
is my favorite.
It's
That is
That's
so
crispy,
good.
it's
Yeah.
crunchy, it's so good. Salt and pepper, that's all you need.
Yeah.
It's easy and it's so good.
And a side dish of
Do not
catfish.
boil it.
West African okra stew.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
now if you're doing an okra stew something and you do add an acid to it, like lemon or a vinegar, then it's not slimy.
I don't mind
You don't have to
objectionable
add it all.
textures.
Oh, I can't stand it if it's really slimy.
Like roadside stands, pickled okra.
Mm.
They say crunchy.
Oh no, pickled okra is good, but pickled okra is
Gooey
not
inside.
slimy. That's because it's got the
Big
acidic.
gooey ones. I like them gooey. All right,
Gooey?
everyone. I'll post my address after this. Send me all your slimiest okra. I'll take care of it.
I will give the hint. If you're growing it and you go to cut the little spears, wear long sleeves because otherwise you're going to get all those prickles in your arm. This is experience speaking.
Oh,
We used to grow it in the garden.
So Sidra,
When I
if
was
you
in
didn't
school.
go to your daughter's house, what would you have cooked?
Probably, I don't know. Last year I made one of those turkey rolls and it was so dry and so terrible, 'cause I couldn't cook it the way I normally do. I do it on a rotisserie.
Uh-huh.
So I had slices in the freezer for like over about a year and I finally threw it away. So who knows? We may have had steak. It would have been a normal day.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, when turkey is dry, it's the driest food in the world.
Yeah.
Liven it up with some okra.
Well,
Never
Yes.
had okra in my entire life. No, thank you.
Oh no.
I just
I
remember
start.
when she used to make zucchini, was it from the frozen packages when we were little, and she would add more water into it, and it was just
Mush.
Oh no.
it took me years to learn how to eat zucchini.
I do mine with olive oil, red onions, and garlic.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
but I think that was a time back in the 50s or whatever it was when you had all this frozen vegetables and you added more water to it, and it's like,
Well, look at the change of all the frozen vegetables now. Now they're all steamable. They're all microwavable. You don't see any regular ones that you have to boil in water.
right?
It's really weird. So,
It took 35 years for the microwave to live up to its promise that you'd be able to cook things with it.
yeah. Well, now they got
Now
the
no one
instant.
trusts it.
Yeah. Now everybody's got the instant pots.
Oh, I love my Instant Pot.
So do I.
I use that all the time. It is great. It made me finally not be afraid of pressure cooking.
Pressure cookers. I have an old mirror one.
I have an old
Pressure
one
cooker
too, but
horror
I have to really be feeling very brave to pull it out. But the Instapot is just like slam the lid on, push the button.
Yeah,
and
let
it's
it
good to
go.
Way,
It
yes.
cooks dry beans very good.
It
Yeah.
does beans really good. I do
Yeah.
chili, I do
Yeah.
stew, I do chicken broth. I even have like done potatoes in there. We did potatoes for Thanksgiving, and it's just like, 5 minutes, it's done.
Heck of a broth out of a leftover carcass.
Oh, you
Mm.
really can. It's just
You
good.
get everything, and then an
Mhm,
hour later it's
Mhm.
gelatin.
mhm. It's so good.
Look at that, Frank. We went to a cooking show.
I know.
Every time.
I'm going to have to start a new channel, Cooking with Phrancko.
Okay. Has anyone ever done a confit, like a turkey confit or a duck confit?
Made comfy.
I don't
You
even
have?
know.
The Instant Pot or in life?
No,
I've
just
eaten duck
period. No,
confit.
you don't do it in the Instapot, but just
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I make
No.
What is that?
It's something cooked and preserved in fat.
Fat. In duck fat.
In the
And
case,
it's slowly heated for hours.
Nope.
Well, it's not that when I've had it, it's like it's not fatty, it's moist, but
Yeah.
it's not fatty because the fat doesn't go in, but it's
that's
a very,
preservation.
it's
Yeah.
a very gentle heat.
Right.
My nephew was talking about it. He's a chef, and he was talking about doing it, and it's like, oh, I think I want to try that, Hunter. That sounds so good. And he was like, yes, it is, and it's just it's not dry at all because you're not cooking it at a high temperature.
No.
It's
Very,
just
very
really
low temperature. Yeah.
for a bunch of hours.
Yeah.
So would you do that in a crock pot?
I think
They
he might
usually do
could
it in an
a
oven.
crock pot, but they do it in the oven at
Yeah.
really low. I think he said like 250 or something.
Yeah,
that you do it
200,
for like,
250. Yeah.
for like I was thinking he said like 6 hours,
Yeah.
but you put it in there and you submerge it.
Yeah.
And you could just cut the heads, the very tops off of full heads of garlic.
Mhm.
Mhm,
Make a
do that.
confiture of garlic, spread that on some toast.
Oh, that'd be good too.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Knitting's good too. But
Well, but we need
Sourdough
some
bread,
extra,
right, Ron?
we need some extra conversation to get us to, because we are to the just keep knitting part. You know,
That's
I'm a
right.
little more than halfway on the fronts, but it's like it's like just keep going, just keep going.
Yeah.
what's going on back there, you little weirdo? Little weird guy stuff.
So he still has to wear his comb.
He will tear up his lesions, poor guy.
Mm.
Someone left a business review. what a lovely review. Yeah, but we're taking care of him. Just he'll get after himself. What's coming up next? That end of the year, like, how do you slow this thing down feeling? But my family's all scattered. So usually my next obligation would be doing the brisket and onion gravy. But my sisters we generally get
Oh,
together.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Those of us who live here in Bakersfield, but my sister's, of course, at the hospital with my brother-in-law, and my parents. My dad's getting his heart replaced, his pacemaker replaced in a couple of months. Just why does all of this all at once? But
Yeah.
that's how it goes. I'll make a brisket for myself and my roommates, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had the one of the younger little grandkids have her tonsils out yesterday. So we had two of the little guys. And then we've got another one today. That was where I was, that we went to pick him up because he was a little too energetic for his sister. So they said, can you have him? It's like, yeah, sure. So he's out. But we came up with, I think we're going to start a new Christmas tradition. It's hard to get everybody all together for like dinner or something because of all the older kids having work and everything else. There's getting so many. So I told Jerry, could he move stuff out of the shop a little bit? And he's going to, and we are going, what is that noise? It's weird. Does anybody else hear it?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
I can hear Meatloaf singing in the other room, but that's
Microphone. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up all the big garden railway trains in the shop out there and let everybody come and set up the trains and play trains, and we'll have cookies and cider and hot chocolate and just do that
Nice.
fun, play Christmas carols, but let them play with the Christmas trains that we've had for so many years, all the different ones. And Jerry said even he was going to raise the lift up a little bit and he's got all these big boards to put across. So we'll have kind of like this big, huge elevated table to put the trains on.
Oh, wonderful.
And
That
I think
sounds good. Nice.
it'd be fun to like play with.
Oh.
Be a big enough space that all of us can get together.
Wrapped up in fur.
Well, no, Jerry has insulated the shop and he has a heater in there.
All right. There you go.
It's very nice in there, and it's got all the skylights up on the top. It's a lovely space. I can't threaten Jerry anymore that if he's really sick, he has to go sleep in the shop because he's like, I'm fine with that.
The man space.
Yeah, he loves it out there.
Where am I here? Well, I'm on my second sleeve, so here we go.
Oh, that's turning out really good.
Yes, it is.
Yay. You're going to be done soon.
Oh, yes. I'll probably run out of yarn. Watch.
Have you tried it on?
That was what I did. That's why I had to get
I've
some
tried it
more
on, and it fits. It's a loose fit, but I like the loose fit. The thing is with the neck, when you do the Phrancko neck, and then you have this when you put it on without the the ribbing, it's like you have a boat neck.
That's right.
So going, this is too wide. What am I gonna? So I had to figure out how to shorten it up, and I did. It came out. You have to reduce it quite quickly. So
it always surprises me how the neckline pulls it in to where it should be.
Yeah, I was after I did it because I did it early. I said, let me do this now and see if this is right, and it did. It came right in. I said, whoa! So I was very impressed with myself.
That's something that so many people have with it, that it's like they start knitting and they do it and it's like, oh, this isn't gonna fit, this isn't gonna
Right.
work.
Right.
This ain't
And then it's
working.
like, just trust the pattern, it'll work, just keep going.
Yeah.
And then they do,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, it works perfect.
I was expressing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Mary, you
Got
are so
two-
quiet.
Oh, well, I have, you were asking what people were knitting. I have started the 5th and last kimono, but it's white.
Oh, I like
Oh, you
that.
started a
oh, how
white one.
nice.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
You've got quite a bit already to just
Yeah.
get
Yes, I have.
started. Yeah, I like that little tweediness in it.
Yeah.
It is called oatmeal tweed, but it's not solid white, but black flecks in it and some brown that's not showing up very well, but I thought it would be nice with a black turtleneck and black pants.
It will,
Mm.
it'll look real sharp.
Yep.
what kind of yarn is it?
It's the same, oh, just a minute. Plymouth, it's Plymouth yarn, Encore,
Uh-huh.
and it's got a tweed name with it also.
Uh,
And I've used it for all of the 5. I've been obsessive 5 kimonos I've done, but
Hmm.
each one's a different color, and so I've enjoyed each one of them.
and what
Change
weight?
if it works.
What weight is it? Or how
Uh,
many stitches per inch?
I can't tell you that, but it's worsted.
So it's about maybe 4 to 5 stitches per inch.
I believe that's right.
Let's see.
And you don't have to think, you just knit.
A great kind of project for just meditating, enjoying the
Right.
relaxing nature of knitting.
Well, I mean, Elizabeth Zimmerman has that one book of nothing but all knits, all the sweaters and the hats and
Yes.
everything. It's very interesting, because she always liked that ridge. So,
I checked the pattern that Mary and I are doing, and it is 4 stitches to the inch.
Is that it for today?
Mhm.
Which kimono was that? Because there was when you go look, there's a bunch of them.
It's the 1413 garter stitch kimono. And it's by Plymouth Yarn Company. Here's the pattern. It's by Plymouth Yarn Company. It's the Encore worsted Camino.
It has been on sale. I don't know if it's still there or not, but since I don't have a handy yarn store like Bakersfield.
Is it right side to you guys? It looks backwards.
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
it's right.
No,
Okay,
it's
good. I'm
right.
like, it's
Yeah.
backwards for me. I hope it's right for you.
Now on me, I stopped that sleeve at the crook of my arm.
Yeah, well, the
That
sleeves,
looked a little longer.
yeah, the sleeves are not, they're not really very long for what they tell you to knit.
No.
It really is like a kimono sleeve.
Oh,
Well, it looks like it's time for us to say goodbye for another
Yes.
time.
All
And
right.
let me just say in closing that I will not be here next week. I will be in New Orleans, and I'm visiting with a lifelong friend that I have known since before we were in elementary school.
Oh, wow.
And we are still dear friends. And she has a girlfriend that is going to meet us. The two of them will meet Andrew and I in New Orleans for the weekend.
Fine.
So I don't think I'll be
Wonderful.
taking time out from that visit to spend time here. So I'll miss
Okay.
you, but I'll try to leave it so that the meeting gets recorded automatically. And
Okay.
so you come have a great meeting, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
All right. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Have
Bye,
fun.
everyone. Bye, Frank. Thank you.
Bye-bye.